Hello everyone, I'm Essia and today I am revealing a card from the new expansion Darkness Over Vellsar. Artifact Carrier is a gold Portalcraft follower. It has Accelerate free, summon a mystic artifact and put a paradigm shift into your hand. For 8 play points it's a 5/5 ward which summons 2 radiant artifacts and still puts a paradigm shift into your hand. Let's talk about the Accelerate effect first. For 3 play points, you get a Mystic artifact while generating a paradigm shift, an effect worth about 1 play point. This is very valuable early in the game as you will have plenty of time to reduce the cost of that paradigm shift. The follower itself is just average for a 3-drop, it's comparable to Fluffy Angel or Elf Queen of Abundant Life on curve. This might cause a slight tempo loss going second against stronger turn 3 plays, such as Vagabond Lizard, Goblin Queen, Gelt, or even Grudge Teller. However, it's also an artifact card. When destroyed, it will add to your artifact count and discount paradigm shifts in your hand. This Accelerate effect will most likely be the main use for Artifact Carrier. Currently, Artifact Portal needs to generate paradigm shifts and summon artifacts. Artifact Carrier is powerful because it does both at the same time, giving the deck a lot of consistency. For this reason alone, it is already a better choice than Surveillance System, a card that sees play in the current version of Artifact Portal. Aside from the paradigm shift game plan, a secondary goal is to summon and destroy at least 6 artifacts of different names. In the late game, this enables powerful abilities from Artifact Scan and Spinaria and Lucille Keepers. We expect more of these effects to be added to the game in Darkness Over Vellsar, such as with the new legendary Spinaria, Keeper of the End. Currently, the only good way to summon a Mystic artifact in rotation is by using the spell Rebel Against Fate, which you won't have every game. Artifact Carrier provides a cheap alternative and will make it easier to reach this 6 artifacts condition. At full cost, Artifact Carrier is a mix of offense and defense, everything Airship Whale ever wanted to be. The 5/5 ward is decent and can be evolved to clear an enemy ward, while Radiant artifacts threaten at least 8 damage face, and they can also be used to trade against a strong board. Artifact Portal sometimes struggles to find enough damage to end the game, especially when they are forced to use paradigm shifts defensively. So this follower could be very useful despite being so expensive. Along with an evolution point and a couple of low-cost airstrike artifacts, this deck can now set up for massive burst damage, and possibly even aim for an OTK against control decks. It's also worth noting that with Mobilized Factory on the board, Artifact Carrier will also refund 2 play points and draw 2 cards to empower your late game. The paradigm shift it generates is the icing on the cake, though it's unlikely to matter that late into the game. Since Artifact Portal is considered weak in Eternal Awakening, it is difficult to predict its viability going into the new expansion without knowing most of the cards. So far, it seems the archetype is getting significant support and will not lose any card from Ultimate Colosseum. Regardless, a specialized card like Artifact Carrier will certainly be a staple in future builds. Here is an example of a current 34 card list, which can include 3 copies of Artifact Carrier and 3 copies of Spinaria, Keeper of the End. Some of these choices can be replaced with new cards later. The plan is to play an aggressive curve while generating paradigm shifts and getting 6 different artifacts destroyed as quickly as possible. After turn 5, Mobilized Factory, Artifact Scan, low-cost paradigm shifts and Spinaria Keeper of the End can be used to stabilize on board and overwhelm the opponent. Then Lucille Keeper of Relics and Artifact Carrier can finish off the opponent with Radiant artifacts. To summarize, this card does not seem unfair, but it consistently does exactly what the deck needs it to do. For now, I rate Artifact Carrier an A-, but this could easily be upgraded to an A if the archetypes receive sufficient support. Thanks for watching, and thanks to Cygames and Tempo for giving me this opportunity to reveal a new card. You can find me on Twitter at SV_Essia.